Good morning. I saw some crazy shit from China. I want to tell you about this. First, I want to talk about the flu. Because the flu is back. Remember this, right? Every year, the flu, every year, people got the flu, right? And then the flu was totally gone. And there was this new thing. And now the flu is back. Freaks of nature, I suppose. Well, I have a theory about this, why it's now back. And here it is. So they had this new thing, the flu was gone, they had a new thing, and then they said, well, drink this tea. It's 95% effective. It will stop this thing. And people said, hooray, let's drink the tea. Right? So people started drinking it. And then they said, well, it's 85% effective. Well, it's 55. It's 45% effective, okay? 45%. That's good, isn't it? And people totally forgot about this thing. They said, oh, it's 95%. That's what they have been taught, you know. So they didn't pay attention to this 45. I don't think so. And then they said, you need another one. In order for this tea to be effective, you need another one. And another one. And another one. And people said, great. Let's drink it. Every time they present this thing to me, I will drink it. And they totally forgot about this thing. 95, 85%. Totally forgotten. Yeah. And then they said, well, if you drink it, it will stop you from getting seriously ill. And it will stop you from dying. That's good, isn't it? And people said, of course, this is fantastic. And this is what they have been saying now for a long time, right? It will stop you from getting seriously ill and dying. Stop you from dying. So people just kept drinking it. And now they say, well, they understand now that people are dying. Even with the tea, they are dying. Lots of them are dying from this thing. So now the flu is back. Brilliant, isn't it? So now people are dying from the flu again. That's my theory. Alright, so this is the Chinese story. The Chinese television, they show the games from the Football World Cup in Qatar. And they have a big problem. Because the Chinese people, they are forced to wear the mask. And people in the West, they don't. Well, some idiots still do. But most people don't wear the mask. And the games in Qatar show big crowds, maskless crowds. And of course the players don't wear the mask and the referees don't wear the mask. So this was the problem in China for the government. What to do? These Chinese people, they are not supposed to see this, that people in the West are not wearing the mask. So they had different solutions to this. First they blurred the crowd. So you can't see the crowd in China. They are blurred. Well, you can see them, but you can't see their faces. And then they show only overhead footage of the games. They remove all these close-ups, right? When you watch a game of football, you often see the players close up. Right? When they score, for instance, you see them, right? But the Chinese television, they just remove this, so you just see them from above. And then they did this thing. This is so stupid. It was hard for me to believe it, but I believe it's true. And I'll post a link to it. They edited on a mask. It looks so weird. It's unbelievable. Because of course this is very hard. You see, these players, they move around a lot, right? And then you see this digital mask on their faces. Watch the link if you want. It's fantastic. Right. And then people say, well, this is China. They are crazy in China. Here in the West, media is perfectly reporting everything totally honestly. You know, not like China. Well, media in the West, I think it's even worse, actually. The way they do it here in the West. Right now, media, I think they are very, very busy. Not with reporting what's happening, but they are busy covering up. All these things that are happening, it's like a graveyard. You see all these media people digging graves, covering things up, burying things. And they get new things all the time. Oh, people can't see this. Bury it. Right. And, of course, they try to shift your attention to something else. People want to know about people are dying now. So many people are dying. Excess mortality. Quite interesting. People want to know about this. And media's job is to shift your attention to something else. That's what they are so busy with. This is why I don't talk about Ukraine, for instance. I never talked about Ukraine. So this is what they do. Well, this thing with Twitter, right, that happened now. Did you see anything in mainstream media about this? It's a huge scandal. It's an amazing scandal. It's hard to find anything in mainstream media about this. So they have to come up with other things to talk about that are at least as serious, so that people don't look. That's why they are so busy. We should just get rid of mainstream media. Well, this is my decision. We just get rid of you. We don't want you anymore. Nobody will fund mainstream media ever again. That's my decision. No taxpayers' money will go to mainstream media ever again. Right. Well, if they want to do news, they will have to earn some money through subscriptions and ads, right? Like everybody else. Well, we don't even get this. We will do the job. I will probably get fed up with it after a while. But others will do it, happily. People who want to report the news, the real news. Well, they are all over the place now, aren't they? Right, so that's my decision. Mainstream media is now a thing of the past. Right. Be good.